Huge rally in the crude oil market today, guys. What on earth is going on? We saw negative prices earlier in the week. How on earth can we be rallying so much? Because WTI today, the June contract, is 30% higher on the day. It's rallied from around $13.50 to nearly $18. What on earth is going on? Well, let me explain. Quite a few things are going on, really. Bullish things both on the supply side and on the demand side. So let's start with the supply side. Two main things. We're seeing a general trend across all of the major producers in the world. Most of them are now starting to drop production, okay? The market, the supply side of the market, is responding to these lower prices. So Saudi Aramco, the big Saudi Arabian producer, the only producer in Saudi Arabia, they are dropping production from current levels, about 12.5 million barrels per day, to 8.5 million barrels per day. They're starting that decreasing process early. So they were supposed to go with 8.5 million barrels per day as of June, as per the OPEC agreement recently. But they're going early. Why? Because oil prices are dead. They've got nowhere to store their oil, and they're trying to prop up the prices. We're also seeing a similar thing from other producers around the world. So the Kuwaitis, they're a big producer. Might be a small country, but they are a big producer. They're also starting to drop production. And in the US, the shale industry is more just coming under stress because they've got a higher break-even cost than the Saudis. So they've been dropping production. Another thing on the supply side, we've seen a return of a little bit of geopolitical risk. It was the video that I did yesterday. Trump with his bizarre threatening tweet against Iran, and Iran today has responded, basically threatening to take military action back at the US if they do to them. Basically, Trump, desperate, trying to prop up oil, has resorted to pumping up a bit of geopolitical tensions. And it's definitely been working. It's definitely been contributing to higher oil prices. Now, let's move on to the demand side. So oil is a risk asset, and it's generally correlated with, stocks and risky currencies like AUD, NZD, CAD, NOK, other ones like that. And what we're seeing today is we're seeing quite a big market-wide risk-on rally. US and European stocks doing really well. Those risk currencies that I just named doing well as well. Why are they doing well? Well, there's a couple of things going on in the market. In the EU, German Chancellor Merkel made some comments about how the EU needs to do a huge fiscal response to the coronavirus pandemic, which has sort of been spurring some hopes that maybe there's going to be a breakthrough in this EU summit with the leaders tonight, and the EU are going to over-deliver for once instead of under-delivering. Elsewhere, the BOJ have basically followed in the Fed's footsteps with unlimited QE, bond buying, unlimited, and they're also increasing the side of their buying of corporate bonds as well, helping out companies more directly. What else? US jobs data, still really, really high. It's what I did my video earlier today on. Still really, really high, but there's this decreasing trend going on, which seems to be, giving markets something to hope about. But anyway, guys, all these themes, there's so many of them affecting the markets that we trade every single day, and you need to stay on top of them if you're going to trade successfully in the long run. So check out our memberships, because we cover these things in detail every day in real time for our members. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I will see you in the next one.